there, Photo Universe. Alright, so here's a little known fact. If it hadn't been for Nutnfancy's channel, Photo Universe probably wouldn't even exist. And that's a compliment to Nutnfancy. Pretty much, I was watching Nutnfancy's channel. That's Nutnfancy here on YouTube. And this is kind of a thank you and a review. Because I thought it was kind of funny to... I thought it'd be kind of funny to do a review of Nutnfancy's channel, because he's always doing reviews of all kinds of gear and stuff. So at Photo Universe, we're going to do a review of Nutnfancy's channel. Bottom line is I give it a 10 out of 10. Rarely do I disagree with some of the choices that he makes. I'll give you one of them. Right off the top of the bat, we'll start with negative. How's that? He included a bottle of gun oil in a survival kit, and I thought that was kind of funny, but that's just me, okay? I you know, he's always banging on about weight and size constraints, and I agree with that. Mobility versus firepower, and I don't think gun oil is a high priority in a survival kit, but that's just me. He can bring anything he wants as long as he's going to carry it. I'm not carrying you gun oil for you, Nutn. But that's like, so what I'm trying to say here is, like, I'm not I don't agree with 100% of the stuff he says, but I agree with 99.5% of it, I'll tell you right now. More importantly, as far as a review is concerned, you know, there's a little bit of overlap between photography and what Nutnfancy's doing on his channel. In the sense that, like, as photographers, if you're a nature photographer, landscape photographer, you're going to need some backpacking gear or some gear, knives, survival kind of stuff to go out into the woods, fire making stuff, camping, cooking stuff. Nothing goes into all that stuff. Also, there's guns and there's philosophy videos, but particularly the camping gear as photographers, you know, I highly recommend. He does a great job. I agree with his stuff pretty much 100%. I gotta be honest with you, Nutnfancy has cost me a ton of cash. Pretty much when he's, I mean, I'm wearing it. That's why I'm wearing this jacket. I'm wearing his hat. This is the baseball cap. I've been looking for a baseball cap like this for years. It's the only non-cotton baseball cap I've ever found. It's nylon. I could care less about the North Face on it. I mean, I see people walk. This is like the only North Face thing I've ever owned, because to be honest with you, the logo turns me off. It's kind of like, what the heck? I'm not trying to prove anything to anybody. But this hat, you know, 3 seasons pretty much, you'll see me wearing one of these baseball caps. And I don't wear the North Face cap to show off. I wear the North Face cap because this is not a cotton baseball cap. If it gets wet, it dries out in an hour. And they're comfortable, lightweight, durable. I've got like 5 or 6 of them. Nutnfancy, I would not know about these hats if it wasn't for Nutnfancy. Same thing with these Condor soft shell jackets. Great jacket for the price. Some of the philosophical things Nutnfancy hits on is high value. Not necessarily lowest price, but quality for the price. The best quality for the lowest price. I get that. I mean, I'm right there with him. I was watching Nutnfancy's channel, and I was looking at it, and I was saying to myself, you know, that's kind of how you do a YouTube channel. So there's no great secrets to all this. I mean, I'm up to 1.3 million views or whatever. Pretty much pick a name that's going to be easy for people to remember. Hey, one of the guys on Nutnfancy's channel, Such, like Such with the zeros, like, you know, I dig your channel, but it's kind of hard to get to because you got the zeros and how do you spell it and all that. I mean, there's an example of, like, I'm sure he would redo that if he had the opportunity to go back and change it. I don't know, Such, I love your channel too. But Nutnfancy, like I tell people, hey, check out Nutnfancy, N-U-T-N-F-A-N-C-Y, YouTube, bang, they're there. Photo Universe, that's why I picked that name, easy to remember. You don't have to go, what was that channel? Photo Universe, tell your friend, Photo Universe. Your friend goes, checks it out. Very simple, basic stuff, Nutnfancy, get it. Also, like, my videos have an introduction, they have music, they have a format, and then they have the content, and then some credits. I owe that to Nutnfancy. I copied him pretty much directly. I mean, you know, I didn't figure that out. I took that from Nutnfancy. I mean, it's really kind of a no-brainer, but then again, it was really easy to do when I realized, like, you know, hey, I want to do a photography channel. I think that'd be pretty cool, and I'm gonna, you know, I really enjoy Nutnfancy's channel, so I'll do something like that. There's no secrets here. I mean, that's what I did. That's how Photo Universe got off the ground, and it's really kind of all because of Nutnfancy. Now, having said all that, one of the reasons, so I give Nutnfancy's channel a 10 out of 10, and I highly recommend anybody who hasn't been up there, go check it out. Like I said, he's cost me a ton of money. Pretty much if he recommends something with a rare, I can think of one or two. I mean, there was some Chinese knife that he recommended that I bought when it was only 10 bucks. You know what? I mean, yeah, whatever. It was okay. All the rest of this stuff, fantastic. I mean, you know, that Chinese knife was a $10 knife, but it was worth 10 bucks. There's no question about that. But what I'm saying is the majority of the stuff that Nutnfancy has recommended to me, like this jacket, the hat, I could go on. I bought the, you know, the Taclite 511 pants. Fantastic. I went backpacking for 5 days in a couple of pairs of those. Fantastic. I mean, it turns out that, like, those are the products that you've been looking for, and they're high quality and high value. And that's what I think Nutnfancy is awesome for. That's part of it. But, and what really prompted this video, and one of the things I'd like to say, you know, I was doing my Maxpedition kind of review recommendation for my Jumbo VersaPack Type S. And some people were kind of freaking out a little bit, particularly foreigners, not Americans, more like from other countries, obviously. And they were kind of freaking out over the fact that I was showing people that, like, the back of the Maxpedition had a compartment for a gun. And I was showing them the gun, and they were like, we don't like to see the gun and whatever. And it's like, you know what? I can't answer that in a sentence, but what I will tell those people directly, like, if you don't understand where that's coming from and why, like, I hold my Second Amendment rights to be, no, there's no question about it. My Second Amendment rights are the #1 thing I am proudest about of being an American, if that makes sense. It's like, because of the Second Amendment of the Constitution of the United States, I personally actually feel free. Okay? And if you're from a foreign country who doesn't have any kind of individual right to keep and bear arms, then you may have a hard time understanding why that's so important to me. I can't answer that as well as Nutnfancy has in his philosophical videos. So I am going to, in answer to a lot of people who saw the gun in the Maxpedition thing and wondering, like, what's that got to do with a photography channel? You know, it's kind of what underpins everything I do, in the sense that, like, why I'm free to go take pictures, okay? And if you, I'm not doing a good job of explaining that, but what I will say to you is Nutnfancy has some philosophical videos that he has put up on his channel, and I would direct people to those. Fear No Evil is one of them. Without Rule of Law, there's a bunch of them. There's one about the concealed carry, the responsibilities of concealed carry, etc. Just what it means to be free, and the responsibility required to live in a free nation where the citizens are actually free to the point where the government trusts them with arms. I agree with Nutnfancy's philosophical videos absolutely 100%. And so I can't do as good a job as he has done to lay out my position on those topics. So if you're interested in that particularly, that explains it for me and where I'm coming from. And you can agree or disagree. That's your prerogative. By the way, that's the First Amendment to our Constitution, which I fully support as well. You can completely disagree with me. You have that right. However, I personally feel you have no right to take away my right to keep and bear arms, my Second Amendment rights. Okay, so, but check out those videos from Nutnfancy's channel. What a service he's done in those philosophical videos. I'm not sure how popular those videos are on his channel. I know everybody goes there for the gun reviews and to watch him running around the desert and shoot guns, and that's all cool. That's super cool. But I think the real jewel of Nutnfancy's channel is his philosophical videos. Just me personally, that's what I think. And that's kind of the review of Nutnfancy's channel. I will go another step and say that Brian from Pro Firearms Instruction, PFI Dude, on YouTube, is a friend of Nutnfancy, and he's in a lot of Nutnfancy's videos. I was speaking to him today because I called him up to order something from his company. Those guys are a pleasure to deal with. So there's a review for Pro Firearms Instruction, PFI, and PFI Dude, and his company. Ordering stuff from them is an absolute pleasure, and I would highly recommend, if you know, I don't know if they do international stuff, but if you live in the States and you want a Condor jacket or Nutnfancy's Ultimate Headlamp, which is, I've got 4 or 5 of those things floating around. They are fantastic. I mean, there's 2 or 3 items I've touched on in this video. I got piles of stuff that Nutnfancy has recommended, and each one of those things that I've bought that he's recommended, with rare exception, has been absolutely I mean, it solves the issue. It solves the problem. It is the definitive thing that I've been looking for. So that, and the fact that I owe Photo Universe to Nutnfancy, I really do, because without his inspiration, I would have never done this. Pretty cool. There must be something in the background too. I mean, I'm a commercial pilot. He's retired military pilot. That's pretty cool. I mean, I flew for the airlines. He's done great service for our country by you know, flying for the Air Force and retiring from that. Thank you, Nutnfancy, for your service. Appreciate that as well. You know, I bought a V-Strom in 2009. I never even knew he had a V-Strom. I think that's really cool. He's getting into motorcycling, or got into that, and you know, we chose the same motorcycle in a sense. I mean, kind of, there's some kind of pilot thing going on there. You know, I was impressed by his channel. I did Photo Universe. I'm not copying him. I'm just saying, like, you know, it's interesting how pilots all kind of think the same in a way. Like, you know, they kind of like are into. The only thing is, I'm wondering if Nutnfancy's ever gotten into sailboats, because that's something that pilots seem to get into too, and I was as well, until I moved out to the middle of nowhere where there's no water. But and that might be his problem too. Although I don't know if there's a lot of sailing on a Great Salt Lake. But anyway, as usual, in typical Photo Universe fashion, we've gone all over the place with this video. What are the important points to sum up? If you're looking for any kind of knives or flashlights or backpacks or boots or guns or whatever, any kind of outdoor adventure stuff, and his backpacking videos are awesome too. But anyway, if you're looking for gear reviews and recommendations for any of that kind of information, go to Nutnfancy's site. If you're looking to understand why the Second Amendment and freedom in America is such an important foundational core of what it means to be American, go to Nutnfancy's site and check out his foundational philosophical videos. I absolutely agree with what he says 100%. And if you're looking to watch a bunch of guys run through the desert and shoot guns and, you know, have a good time, and that's fun too, check out Nutnfancy's site. If you're looking to buy gear, a lot of the stuff that Nutnfancy recommends, check out PFI Dude, fantastic. So I'll annotate Nutnfancy, and you pretty much, you go into YouTube, you type in Nutnfancy, you're going to get a pile of stuff. He's got tons of, I mean, he's much larger than Photo Universe. He's like got a lot more than what I got going on, so he's really easy to find. Nutnfancy, you know, thank you for your service, and thank you for your great channel. I really appreciate it. And I don't know if anybody's done a review on your channel, but this is Photo Universe trying to give back a little bit. Maybe we'll steer some of the Photo Universe people who haven't heard about you or whatever to your channel, because if there's anything I can do for you, man, you know, be my pleasure. So, all right. Thanks Nutnfancy, and thanks Photo Universe, and we'll see you guys, and I hope you enjoy. And trust me, if you go up there, be careful. The guy, Nutnfancy, it cost me a lot of money, man, and it's money well spent for high value gear that solves a lot of problems. But still, man, watching your channel is dangerous to the old checkbook, I will say that. But it's been a lot of fun, and it's been a great ride, and I really appreciate it. So, thanks. Have a good one. See you guys.